How can slash chords be used in a blues turnaround? Have you ever wondered how musicians add that extra flair to a blues turnaround? One of the secrets lies in the use of slash chords. These chords, also known as inverted chords, are written with a chord symbol followed by a slash and a bass note. For example, C9E indicates that E is the lowest note in the chord, which is different from the root note. In jazz and blues, a turnaround is a short chord progression that leads back to the start of a blues form. It often uses movements like Roman 2V to set up the return to the I chord. Jazz musicians frequently embellish these turnarounds with extensions, alterations, and inversions to create tension and resolution. So, how do slash chords fit into this? First, they help create smooth bass movement. By changing the bass note under a chord, slash chords allow the bass line to move stepwise or chromatically. This creates a more connected sound. For instance, in a C blues turnaround, using C9E before moving to AM9 helps the bass transition smoothly from E to A. Next, slash chords introduce harmonic color. They can highlight altered notes or create dissonance that resolves satisfyingly. For example, a G7-5 or G7B9 can be voiced as slash chords in a turnaround, adding new harmonic tensions. Another important aspect is voice leading. Jazz musicians use slash chords to improve how individual voices move within the chord progression. This technique makes the turnaround sound more cohesive and less static, enhancing the overall musical experience. A typical jazz blues turnaround might look like this. C7 F9 degrees Fahrenheit, #dim 7 C9 EM9, DM9/G13 G7-5. Here, the C9E acts as a passing chord, smoothing the transition from F-dim 7 to M9. The slash chord is not just an inversion, it is a tool for creating a more interesting and harmonically rich turnaround. In practice, jazz guitarists and pianists use slash chords in blues turnarounds to add variety and guide the listener's ear. This approach is common in jazz blues standards and improvisation, where the goal is to make familiar progressions sound fresh. Slash chords are particularly effective in turnarounds because they allow for creative reharmonization and subtle shifts in mood while keeping the essential blues structure intact. By experimenting with different bass notes and chord extensions, musicians can personalize the turnaround and make it a signature part of their performance. To try this in your playing, substitute standard chords in a blues turnaround with slash chord voicings. Listen for how the bass line connects and how the overall sound becomes more fluid. This technique is widely used in jazz and can help you develop a more authentic blues style.